watch this short.
Looking for a yellow dress? It's for a really big event.
I just saw it and I wanted to record it.
You do notice these dresses are for ladies, not children, and they're really expensive.
And
That's okay, I got the money. So I can only try on yellow dresses because that's the theme of the event.
I forgot to tell you that you need parental consent or you have to be 18 years or older to try on these dresses.
Oh, well, here it is. I spoke to the owner in advance. Oh, that dress is so pretty. Oh, so pretty.
Be careful, that is out of your budget.
You really shouldn't judge people, you know.
Yeah, you shouldn't judge people.
Obviously pay for it.
Okay, well, I'll take it to the change room.
Wait, could you please help me tie the back?
Just 1 second, I'm keeping my snap streak alive.
You're using Snapchat?
Yeah, which you're not old enough to use yet.
Well, what do you think of this dress on me?
To be honest, I think you look like Big Bird from Sesame Street.
That's so rude.
Thanks. I'll just find something else. This clutch will be perfect.
Who said you could try on that clutch and the most expensive yellow dress in the store?
I did.
You know that dress is $1,000, right?
This dress is $1,000? Perfect. I make that in like 1 second. Can you do a checkout?
Okay. Do you want to call your mommy now to pay for that dress?
I don't need to call my mommy. But if you keep being rude to me, bad things are gonna happen to you.
Sure, kid. Hey, I'm logged out of Snapchat. Where'd all my streaks go? And I'm banned.
Well, maybe you should treat the owner of Snapchat a bit more kindly.
I haven't even met the owner of Snapchat.
Well, you have now. Either way, all your private messages are all leaked. Bye. Hi,
That's what happened to bad people. Guys, look at this.
Everything they had. 3 generations of us scraped together every last
Mine is short.
whatever we could and borrowing from relatives until we finally saved
Oh yeah, my
$1,000,
short.
hoping to buy a home in the city so I could settle down and start a family. But after buying the apartment, I discovered it was only 1 square meter in size. The moment my girlfriend, who had been discussing marriage, saw it, she immediately said goodbye, walked away. You know what a choice? I squeezed the mattress inside and sat there alone. This is the old days. She was so tiny I couldn't get up her legs. Then she was my breaking point. Decided to rent it. First, I had a cupboard cabinets with them on one wall. The refrigerator and washing machine were essential components. I also installed a red cabinet club, fitting the space of my everyday seasoning toiletries. Closing the cabinet doors held the cockroaches away.
When we see Alberto for the first time, you can notice that he has a skull.
But I'm not allowed to pick up my marker. So once the marker hits the page, that's it. And I'm going to challenge myself to draw until I finish covering up this whole canvas without picking the marker up. So let the challenge begin.
What if you pick it up a little bit so you can get like a lighter shade? That doesn't cause us
My head is cramping so bad, but I gotta keep going.
You can just hold it with your fingers. Stop and hold it with 2 fingers.
I'm halfway done.
Hold it with your other hand. And then just try to relax your hand really quick. And then keep on going. I can't believe you did that.
Like this video, I should do this challenge again, but on this giant piece of paper.
That's big.
But I'm not allowed to.
The substitute touched my hearing aids out of my ears and yelled, "No AirPods in class. They're hearing aids," I tried to explain. She made a face like I'd insulted her. "Do you think I was born yesterday?" Then she walked back to her desk and put them in the drawer. I could see her lips moving, but couldn't hear the lecture I assumed she was giving me. She kept teaching, wrote a problem, turned, said something to me. I watched her lips and had no idea what she'd asked. "I asked you a question." She said it slower this time, her jaw tight. 2 kids behind me jumped in, pointing right at me. I couldn't hear them, but I could tell they were sticking up for me. My face went hot. The whole class was arguing about me, and I couldn't get a single word in. She faced me dead on to answer them, and this time I could read her lips. A 12-year-old does not need hearing aids. The kids kept going, but she folded her arms and waited. She pointed at me, mouthing it slow and clear. "Then he can read my lips." She walked over and stood right in front of my desk. I tried to answer. My own voice came out wrong, too loud. The vowels collapsed in the middle. I couldn't tell if I was whispering or shouting, so I stopped. She gave up on me and walked to the intercom. She pressed the button and said something into it I couldn't hear, but I knew she was calling the office on me. The whole class had gone dead silent. I couldn't hear it, but I could feel it. Everyone in the room had their eyes on me, and all I could do was stare at my hearing aids on her desk, and I wasn't allowed to get up and take them back. A minute later, the door opened and the principal walked in. Her mouth started moving fast, gesturing at me, at the aids on her desk, at me again. He nodded once, walked to her desk, picked up my hearing aids, and held them in his... palm. Then he reached up to his own ear and pulled out a hearing aid the same color as mine. He held them side by side. These are mine, those are his. Her mouth opened and didn't close. He walked over and put my aids in my hand. I didn't put them in. I stood up, grabbed my backpack, and headed for the door. She was saying something behind me the whole way. I turned around. Sorry, I can't hear you. The substitute teacher snatched my
That's
hearing
funny.
aids out of my
Bye.
ears and